No score here just yet. That's because the pitchers are putting on a show as we go to the bottom of the second inning. We are in the winners portion of the bracket. Loser will have to play again later today. JC Pahotol ended the inning with back-to-back strikeouts. The third one striking out her counterpart, Macy Rickards, the other pitcher for Maryland. Both of these teams undefeated, winning both of their previous games here in Greenville, North Carolina. Audrey Seneff, we'll see if she can get the first hit.
I like the position, too, that Pahotol gets in after she releases the pitch. You'll notice that her drag leg comes through, and it comes right down in an athletic position for her to field her position very well, like we've seen this week.
Dropping into center, and it gets past Matongrong in center, rolling all the way to the fence. Audrey's looking for three, and she gets it.
Audrey is just on time with a pitch up and in. Connects with it well, creates a beautiful line drive to center field, but Matongrong ends up misplaying it, just she's trying to go for that big catch in the air. Just ends up landing in front of her, going all the way to the fence. That's a tough one.
Seneff, the triple, her first extra base hit here this week. Great way to lead off for Kinsley. Rain pops up into the air. And at the last minute, Ann Manalo calls off her pitcher to make the grab.
Good job by the first baseman, Manalo, to call off her pitcher. So important to continue to communicate, especially in a noisy environment. Continue to use that body language, your verbal communications.
Cheyenne Willie, first pitch swinging. Yeah, Michelle, to your point, this Philippines team, they're very disciplined. They practice twice a day at 5 a.m. and 2 p.m. every day, and then they go to school in between.
Yeah, always have typically very good communication skills, glove work, dedicated young athletes.
And they're so much fun to watch warm up, take ground balls on defense.
They got their feet moving out there in the infield.
Even to watch Lobaton back behind the plate. Look at that pick that she had. That ball was in the dirt. She receives so well. Almost nothing gets by her. This infield constantly talking, constantly communicating on the field, moving their feet.
Well, to your point, behind the dish, it is important to pick every pitch, even when there's nobody on base, because when there is someone on base, like Audrey is, you've got to be prepared for those pitches that are low, that are in the dirt, and we see that with the Philippines, just the way they're just so skilled at the fundamentals.
Cheyenne Willie to the grass, and an RBI for Cheyenne.
Great job by Cheyenne Willie. Runner in scoring position, so clutch early in the game to get a run up on the board to set the tone, and she does just that. Willie's going to get all into a pitch, the way she's going to step open a little bit. Audrey, her teammate, did the same thing on her triple. So it really looks like Maryland's looking for that inside pitch and stepping slightly open to barrel that up.
Maryland with 2 hits. JC Pahotol had only given up 3 hits coming into this game in 2 outings. Brings up Elle Preston. She likes the first pitch. What a catch from Angela Esparita. And the runner's got to get back to first.
What a good jump that Esparita had on this ball. I thought that it was going to land, but the Philippines team on the base pass and on defense, they are so quick. Esparita goes all out to grab that ball in the air. Could have doubled off the runner at first base, but chose to be safe and not throw it. Big second out.
Ella Twilley's turn. Her mom watching on. 2 outs and Ella at the plate. The diving catch, it was going to be a tough play for Valenzuela to make. Gave it her all, but it's going to put runners on the corners for Maryland.
Mom so proud. Twillie's going to get a pitch that she can drive on the outside corner. It's slightly elevated, gets underneath of it. Nice effort out in right field by Valenzuela, just off of the glove. Runners on the corners now for Maryland. Opportunity to try to put another run up on the board.
Look at these adjustments that Maryland is making in this game. Seeing the ball down, making good contact, driving the ball to the outfield. 3 up, 3 down in the first inning with those 2 strikeouts. But Sentif to lead off this inning set the tone for the inning for the rest of the lineup.
And now here is Bella Campbell in the 9 spot.
Remember, too, that Pajotá has only given up 1 run this entire World Series in the first 2 games that she pitched. No earned runs that she had given up before today.
Back to Pajotá. And makes the routine play over to first, but Maryland will be on the board first. An RBI single from Cheyenne Willie puts the Mid-Atlantic team on top.
Welcome back to Greenville, North Carolina. A little loud up in here, ladies. So much so that my Apple Watch keeps going off saying that you are near very loud noise. 90 decibels. That's about as loud as a hairdryer in your ear. Even on both sides, the fans have showed up today and they brought their voices. They want to be heard.
We may need to get you some earplugs down there, Chris. Last night we were stuck in the car in the rainstorm and Michelle's watch was telling her to stand up.
Exactly.
And she couldn't because it was pouring.
She's about to start rolling around in the SUV and kind of starting to move the legs, get a little energy going.
Yeah, we had some terrible storms in the morning, and then we played 2 games. But in the 9th inning, remember in Little League you play 6 innings. In the 9th inning of the 2nd game, another cell moved through, so
it was a long day.
Hung out in the car. Jenny Dalton Hill and Matt Schick were up here in the booth.
Yeah. Having a little fun.
Oh, yeah.
Watching them. Enjoying all the sights and sounds of a Little League World Series.
It's an 0-2 to Princess Ablig from Macy Rickards, who already has 5 strikeouts today. 31 for the tournament for Rickards.
Rickards is like finding the strike zone early. Lots of first pitch strikes, 7 first pitch strikes that she's had in this game. So every hitter that she's faced.
And Princess Ablig is going to take her base, the first free pass issued by Rickards. 2 brackets this year. We're playing in the purple bracket. This is how the orange bracket shapes up. Coming up at 1 Eastern, we'll see Virginia and Texas. The winner of that game moves to Sunday. The loser will play again today. They'll play North Carolina. We started with 12 teams, and half the field has been eliminated heading into today. 2 more teams will be sent home today.
Doing a little bit of research on the tournament, and it's called the Orange Bracket, and basically to honor the first ever Little League Softball World Championship won by a team out of Tampa, and the orange in the southeast color, therefore they called it the Orange Bracket. So.
Well, look at that fun fact from Michelle Smith.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're going to need one every game.
Yeah.
Angela Esperida. She's that second baseman that made the great catch. And that's going to be another strikeout for Macy Rickards. Chris, she looks really good today.
Yeah, I was talking with her family. They describe her demeanor stoic. She doesn't get too rattled. She goes out there, knows it's a job. We talked about her work ethic. Her family says every day, 240 pitches, whether it's snowing, whether it's hot. She's just been around a ball field her entire life because of her older brother.
And she makes that play there at first. That's a lot of pitches, ladies, to throw every day. 240 pitches a day.
It is a lot of pitches. Probably a little bit more at this age level than maybe I would recommend, but it's working for Macy. Good job exploding off of that pitching rubber, finishing her pitch, going and picking up that nice sacrifice bunt put down. So Philippines now with a runner in scoring position.
And it's Princess Ablig at second for the top of the order, Chelsea Lobaton.
Now their manager, Coach Noggle, was telling us that even before the regional championship game, she was out at 9 a.m., pitched for an hour. The game time started not until 5, so also pitched pregame at about 3. It's a long day for her, but that's how much she loves to work to feel comfortable. And you're right, it can be tricky, especially if you were a workhorse. And it reminds me a lot of Montana Fouts for Alabama, who loves to put in the work and throw, but there's that balance between throwing enough and then too much, so it's hard on your body.
I always like to talk about your preparation and performance, right? But it's really a diamond or a pyramid. It's you preparation, perform at the top of that diamond, and then at the lower right-hand side of that diamond is recovery. And you have to really make sure that you're performing at the level you want to, preparing, but you have to recover.
Count will run 2-2. Get this stat, guys. Macy has 32 strikeouts now in this tournament. Last year, Raylan Van Zee from Texas had the most with 36 in the whole tournament. And now you can make it 33.
And Macy Rickards feeling so strong in the circle, so composed. Being a leader for Maryland, they have the 1-0 lead. They're going to pick up the bats right now.
Maryland found its groove in the second inning, and it started with their leadoff, Audrey Siniff, her first hit of the World Series. It's a triple.
Yeah, and then Cheyenne Willie came up and got herself her first hit and her first RBI of the tournament.
Later on in the inning, Ella Twilley also had a base hit. And ladies, all 3 of those base hits were all first hits of the tournament for those young ladies. I love that. They're lower half of the lineups. Getting it done.
And the teams that score first in this tournament have fared well. 11-3 record if you score first, so that bodes well for Maryland. Facing JC Pohotal, she had only given up 3 hits before today, and now she has given up 3 total hits in this game. Top of the order to start us off, Avery Noggle. Grounded out to second. Her favorite athlete is Sis Bates, who, sorry, Michelle, but we got to chat with Sis Bates on Tuesday here.
I'm jealous.
I know. It's so fun.
She's one of the few slappers that we've seen this tournament. She started slapping maybe 2 years in October. She talked to us about why she decided to slap, and she said because she's fast and she felt like she'd have a better chance of playing collegiately.
Ooh, foul ball. Hey, well, if you want to play Little League Baseball or softball, it's easy. You can visit playlittleleague.org or enter your address to find a Little League program near you. And why wouldn't you? You could have the chance to play here at the World Series.
I love the Little League program. It's community-based softball and baseball.
Pitch isn't going to count because Oda, the umpire back behind the plate, was not ready. He stepped out. Pohotal just working in her rhythm and her groove and so focused through the pitch.
Pop up. Over comes Princess Ablig in foul territory in the dirt right in front of the dugout.
That's what we've seen out of Chelsea Lobaton, the catcher, working with JC Pahotal this entire week. Is look at how she's going to get up out of her squat, put her glove target high, and that's exactly where Pahotal located that pitch to induce a pop-up to the leadoff hitter and usually the fire starter, Avery Noggle. They work so well together, Lobaton does and Pahotal, especially working that up pitch in the zone.
So we're starting our substitutions. Everyone has to have at least one at bat. So you'll see those subs start to sneak in here in the third and fourth innings in the 6th inning game. And now it's time for Kylie Hammond. She'll step in as a pinch hitter here in the 2 spot. This is where the scorecard looks a little ugly. We start subbing in everybody.
That's right.
But that's one of the beautiful things about Little League is that everybody gets a chance.
Absolutely. It's the mandatory play. It's community-based softball. So you're playing with your neighbors. You're probably middle school schoolmates, and that's what it just brings the community together. Obviously, a different atmosphere than the travel ball where you could be playing from teammates in different states. So I just love the feel of these athletes that come together and represent their hometowns.
So many watch parties that we hear about, so much pride from each of these local communities that they get together, watch the games all together, and support their team. I love it.
And participation. It's every young lady that's wearing that uniform has the opportunity to contribute to their team.
It's 2-2 count here to Hammond.
Nice take by Hammond. You could see she was starting to dance a little bit with those feet.
Full count now. She's 1 for 1 this week. Strikeout, Pahotal, number 3. Guys, you were talking about the community-based. It's also, families get involved in this, too. You see Gavin Roy Stewart, he's the third base coach. He's actually the stepson of Mark Noggle, who is the manager of this Maryland team. Mark coached Gavin when he was playing Little League, and now Gavin is helping coach this Little League softball team.
That's awesome.
And I think Gavin's having a lot of fun doing this. He even got involved in a TikTok with the girls. I'm pretty sure Chris Budden is determined that we're all going to do a TikTok together also.
She is very determined. Keeps them loose, has so much fun. You can just tell watching him coach, he loves being here and giving back to these girls and to this team, and again, back to the community.
Yeah.
Macy versus JC.
Remember, he was involved too in a turning point of their season, you guys, whenever they were down 2-0 in the Delaware game. He heard them bickering, talked to them in the dugout, got them right back on track. In the next inning, they scored 8 runs in the regional championship game to get here.
I think there was a little energy behind the talk to them in the dugout from Gavin.
Oh, for sure, energy.
Back to the pitcher. No problem for JC Pahotal. That is out number 3. She's been tested a couple of times fielding her position, and she does it well.
Yeah, Pahotal's showing that she can throw the strikes, but she can also flash the leather. Great form, lands in a really good position. She's going to snag that ball. Nice throw over to first to retire the side.
Hi, you guys. This is Sis Fates. I wanted to wish good luck to everybody playing in the Little League World Series and give an extra shout out to my lefty slappers. And I just want to remind you guys to have so much fun while you're out there. Kick some booty.
Sis Bates also watching. We were just talking about her. Speaking of which, she's playing in Athletes Unlimited, and it's week 3 in the Athletes Unlimited softball schedule. Our next game tonight over on ESPNU and the app. Team Mulipola squaring off against Team Chittister at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. Don't forget, you can always watch it on the ESPN app. There's kind of a partnership, right, between AU and Little League, so really cool to see Sis Bates and Aaliyah Andrews was here on Tuesday.
Yeah, throwing out the first pitch the first day with Jenny Dalton Hill. It was a triple first pitch of sorts. Of course, Jenny Dalton Hill getting inducted into the Hall of Excellence for Little League. So congratulations to her, and we miss her already.
We do.
We do miss her. Congrats, Jenny. On a scale of 1 to 10, guys, the drone shot, it's an 11.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
agreed.
plus. Love
Very
it.
cute little park. We are just nuzzled up right next to the campus of ECU. The girls are actually staying in the dorms over there. They didn't get to do that last year. They stayed in hotels just because of COVID precautions. But they're all getting to stay over there, get to meet each other. And a lot of these girls say that's one of their favorite parts is meeting players from other countries, other states.
Well, in the Philippines, this is the first USA team that they're playing. They played Canada, and then they played Italy for their first 2 wins. First American team they're going up against in the World Series.
Pinch hitter coming up, Jonah Mongkol.
I love how Rickards just goes right at these hitters, and that screwball is a good pitch for her. Inside to right-handed hitters, breaks in, cuts in. Even that was supposed to be outside, and it's still kind of cut in like a screwball. The catcher, Willie, set up on that outside corner, but it kind of broke back in, almost like a backdoor screwball there.
There it is on that inside corner again.
So we have these ladies fill out questionnaires, and they can share with us whatever they like. And sometimes they're shared jokes. So, Chris, do you have a joke for us?
We're going to do this each game, a joke of the day. I'm going to ask you ladies. We'll pop it up on the bottom of the screen. Why did the fish blush? Brought to you by Kate Quaid.
Ooh, why did the fish blush? And I don't know.
Because it saw the ocean's bottom.
That's good.
Every year, like, there's new ones that pop up that I've never heard of, and this one was so good.
Oh,
That's
that
so
was
good.
amazing. Kate Quaid, thank you for sharing that joke with us.
Excellent, excellent. That's blush-worthy. Yeah.
That's a really good one. That's one of the better ones that I've heard. Good
Yeah.
job picking that out, Chris.
I want to say that I did make a purposeful effort to not read the jokes so that I would be surprised. You know, on the questionnaires, you just kind of, I tried to skip that one because I knew this was coming.
I usually migrate right to the favorite food category.
Oh, yeah.
It's always important information.
It is. Good contact there by Chair Blancha. She was one of their main hitters, 2 for 2 against Italy on Wednesday with an RBI. Struck out her first time up, though, against Macy Rickards.
Struck out on a changeup that Macy pulled out of her back pocket.
Rickards has 8 strikeouts right now. She's had 7 or more strikeouts in each of her last 6 starts going back to regionals.
Well, I think that's impressive about Macy is that she's got some movement, but for me, it's her locations. It is her strike ratio, how she's just really very clean with her mechanics, locating on the corners, working from ahead. So then when she is ahead, she can throw pitches like that through the zone, keep them off balance.
And Cheyenne Willie calls for it.
Yeah, because even though she does throw with good velocity, Michelle, she still has that really great changeup that she can mix in there and fool these hitters to where they just can't sit up there and worry about 57, 58 miles an hour. She brings in that changeup and just gives these hitters fits.
She did tell us her dream job is to work with Patty Gasso.
Yeah, it's impressive.
the head coach of Oklahoma.
Yes.
Somebody, I don't remember who it was, guys, but somebody wrote to be the head coach of Oklahoma. And I was like, well, somebody better tell Patty.
Yeah.
That's still unoccupied position. So.
I don't think they're going to make a change for a 13-year-old, but
I like it, though. Dream big, right?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Joe Castiglione is probably going to, the AD for Oklahoma is probably going to stick with Coach Gasso for a little bit longer.
National champs again. JC Paholtal, yes, we have said her name a few times. Working hard in the circle, just like Macy. JC's dream job is to be a famous pitcher.
Well, she's there.
She's doing it right now.
Yes.
She's living out her dream here at the World Series. So cool.
Yeah, played 16 years professionally in Japan, and there was always a lot of interest from the Philippines watching the Japanese professional league. And it's always great to see the coaches wanting to learn, to come to Japan, watch the league, and also watch on television over there. So it's great the way the sport has really, blossomed overseas. Great opportunities for these young girls to have a chance to go to school, for their families to be recognized when they do make it to the Little League World Series.
The 0-2.
Well, and it's like Ryan Blanca, the third base coach and acting manager for the Philippines. He didn't play baseball or softball, but he found a passion for it. And so he studied, watched a lot of videos on YouTube, learned the sport. But just goes to your point, Michelle, there's so much passion about the sport, even if you didn't play it, and it's trying to seek out information.
This one will stay fair, and it rolls to Ella Twilley. In time. The defense holding strong. Defense and pitching right now for Maryland on top. Pretty big game. Winner of this game moves to tomorrow. Loser has to play again today, and the pitching has been fantastic from both of these, but Macy Rickards already with 8 strikeouts in this game.
Throwing very well, attacking the strike zone early, throwing with good velocity, and Paholtal doing very well too. Not as many strikeouts, but relying more on her defense.
Rickards has a bagel,
Yep.
a donut up there in one of those important categories.
A little something going on up there for Macy Rickards. JC Paholtal has given up 3 hits. All of those came in the second inning. I thought she regrouped nicely using that defense, got a strikeout in the third. They just faced 3 batters came to the plate, 3 batters set down. This is the 3rd game of the World Series for both of these teams, both undefeated, but that will change today. And they're going to intentionally walk Audrey Sineff. She's the one that had the triple to lead off in the second inning and came around to score their first run.
No, it's a little respect. All right, we'll put her on first. Hopefully keep her from landing at either second or third.
To lead off the inning.
The lead off the inning.
It's her 3rd walk of the tournament. Next is Kinsley Rain. I think Kinsley had a pretty good day on Wednesday because she walked it off against Connecticut in the 7th inning to keep Maryland undefeated.
That's right.
It was an intense game, and the parents were so into it, hanging on every pitch. They were crying after that game. I mean, every game here has felt so intense. Every game has been so close, very emotional. It's been an awesome week of softball so far.
And every game matters from the start, right? You had to win. You stay in that winner's position.
Pop up to center, Matanrong, and the runner will stay at first. I think with this new format, it's made every game matter just even more, because last year in the old format we went to pool play, so you played 5 games no matter what. Now you're only guaranteed 2 games, so if you come out and you lose that opening game, the pressure is on.
Well, it's been nice to have the host team here too from North Carolina. Gotten some really great crowds.
Yes. Now, they changed the format when they expanded from 10 teams to 12 teams, adding 2 more American teams this year. Still 4 international teams. Lots of miles traveled. The Philippines traveling the farthest. Cheyenne Willie had the RBI single in the second. Give her a second hit. She didn't have a hit until today, and now she has 2.
Yeah, how about Cheyenne Willie just getting it done in clutch situations, picks up a base hit in that second inning. First RBI of the game, and then she goes down on a pitch on the inside corner and just barrels it up, is going to drop it in between the infield and the outfield. So Maryland trying to get something cooking here in this 4th inning.
Oh man, Kate Quaid is coming up. She's the one that had the awesome fish joke. They're subbing her in, calling on the red phone.
That this part of the order just starting up a rally again. Same thing happened in that second inning when they scored the 1 run.
There's her mom watching on in the stands, rocking the Mid-Atlantic tee.
Looks like with how Macy Rickards is pitching, this is just such a big moment in this game. If Maryland is able to push across 1 or 2 more runs, I mean, Rickards has been so sharp.
Pahotal immediately looks to third, looking for 2. They will not get Willie going to second, but there was no doubt in JC's mind. She knew she was going to third.
Yeah. She always knows what to do with the ball, and we talked about it a couple of innings ago. After she lets go of the pitch, after she releases the pitch, she is always ready to field her position because she gets herself into an athletic position. Love the fact, too, of how she knew exactly how many outs there are, where the base runners are.
Scoop by Angela Esperita. Getting a little air, too.
You gotta love the excitement, the passion of this Philippine team's great pitch. A liner, looks like it's going up the middle, and Esperita is gonna make the catch to get out of the inning.
Perfect weather on this Saturday. We will have 4 games for you today. Winning versus losing teams. Interesting to look into these numbers. Obviously, pitching has been good, but if you have good defense, too, behind you, I mean, the errors comparison, that's important.
Oh, that's the stat line that always jumps out to me. If you can play that clean defense, it doesn't matter what level you're playing at. It could be Little League, college ball, Olympic softball. When you've got that defense behind good pitching in that circle, it just makes for a clean game. It's a lot easier to win them.
Yeah, this Maryland defense, 4 errors in their 2 games. The highest 2 teams remaining have 5 errors in the game, but the Philippines just 2.
2, yeah.
Yeah, over the tournament.
Well, and we haven't seen it in this game in particular, but so many stolen bases. There is so much speed at this World Series. Pitching and speed has been the name of the game.
Yeah, we're going to see one of the teams that we'll see later today. Connecticut is 14 of 16 on the base paths. Macy just getting it done in the circle, Chris.
Right, and she looks like a boss out there, so stoic. I asked her parents, where does this come from? And Mom Angela said, not me. I'm freaking out on the inside. I said, even when she's pitching a shutout, she's like, oh yeah, the nerves don't go away for me.
Freaking out on the inside. I love it.
Well, pitchers' parents is
Yes.
a next level of emotional and nervousness in the game. It really is.
Yeah.
Like, they hang on every pitch. It just is so nerve-wracking.
Even when it's not an elimination game, loser will play again today.
What did your parents do when you were pitching?
Yeah, they didn't really sit together. My dad was with the dads. My mom was with the moms. My dad more quiet. My mom more loud, to no one's surprise. Sally being loud in the stands.
What's up, Sally?
My parents, so my mom Barbara, she would, I think, sit at the top of the stands and probably pray the whole time. And then my dad would be walking the concourse. You know, nervous energy had to be moving, earnest. So, yeah, always interesting when you ask the pitchers what their parents are doing. You get a lot of different stories, but most of them it's freaking out on the inside.
Yes, freaking out on the inside.
This is Gina Estrada pinch hitting for the Philippines. And I don't know if it's in this game, but I do remember one of the girls on their questionnaire, it asked what would your walk-up song be, and she put my mom screaming.
Just gets her amped up, ready to go.
I wish I could remember off the top of my head out of the 12 teams that we had who that was, but I definitely laughed out loud reading that.
Yeah.
And Estrada walk, second walk issued by Macy Rickards today. Well, you can find Little League on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on TikTok at the official handles at Little League. Follow the action and join the conversation with hashtag LLWS. Amanda.
Yes, there's Buddy. Yes,
That's our friend Buddy and his dad Steven. He's 12.
Buddy's 12 years old.
Yeah.
Beautiful dog.
They were here last year.
I love that spot right up there.
That's the place to be.
Yeah.
There's a bench up there. It's in the shade. Although the temperatures are way better than they have been. This is Jewel Bihar. Pinch hitting in the 7th spot. Philippines has only reached twice on free passes. Think really hard about what that means. Don't want to say it. I'm not going to be that person. The Kings keep coming.
Another double-digit strikeout performance that we're
Yes.
seeing at the World Series. I mean, Rickards has been so good today. This screwball, though, has been her best pitch to me, both to left-handed hitters and to right-handed hitters. Being able to paint that corner.
Yeah, just great mechanics. Step slightly to the left so that she can really make that ball move to the outer part of the plate against the lefties.
We'll have a pinch hitter here to face Macy, Erica Pachon. Oh, look at that little one. Baby's first World Series.
Oh,
Oh, got the fan too.
yeah. Some people might say that pitcher's duels make you snooze a little bit. I tend to disagree with that. even though
Don't
the
sleep on a
baby's sleeping.
pitcher's duel. No.
I don't even know if a 10-run game had a chance of keeping that one awake.
Agreed. Wow, how about Rickards now? 36 strikeouts in the tournament for her.
That ties the high from last year. in the whole tournament for one pitcher.
That next game that we have coming up, too, could be a pitcher's duel between Virginia and Texas. That'll be fun.
It's so weird that Virginia's played one game.
I know, and it's Sunday. It's Sunday.
No, it's Saturday.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Amanda's in the future.
Yeah.
Well, and the reason they only played that one game is they got the bye. So they,
Yes.
And sometimes, if I'm a coach, I'm probably a little nervous. I would like my players to have a little more opportunity to be on the field, get the nerves out. So it'll be interesting to see how they show up.
Well, someone with no nerves, that would be Macy Rickards. Just make it 11.
She is just on it today, you guys. Her mechanics are sharp, so calm, just attacking the strike zone left and right. 11 strikeouts for Rickards.
We've talked about how the best part of Little League is you're playing with your schoolmates, your neighbors, and the communities get so involved. Well, for Del Mar Little League, the Del Mar Fire Department brought out the trucks, put together a parade a couple of times, and especially to send them off to the World Series.
Yeah, they did this after district and after state, and then after regionals, kind of like a pre-World Series celebration. But the fire department organized the whole thing and put it together. And I love the community support.
Absolutely. These young ladies deserve to be celebrated like the rock stars or softball stars that they are. Community celebrating them.
Very cool. And you've got to believe that fired them up, too. They said they had a lot of fun. Where was the place they went? Del Mar Pizza? I think I need to check that out next time if I'm ever in Del Mar, Maryland.
And now I want pizza.
Well,
Yep.
we can make that happen.
I know, we have quite a few meals that we'll have up here today. And how cool is it? 4 games, quadruple header on ESPN2 all day to see these incredible teams play. It'll be an awesome day.
Yeah, Del Mar Pizza, as you were mentioning too, Courtney, they had a fundraiser for the team, and it's all the little things of the community coming together. It just makes these girls just feel so special.
JC Pahotal, that is number 4, her 4th strikeout. Well, you mentioned it, Amanda. We are on ESPN2 all day. We had some rain last night. That just means we get 4 softball games today. So next up will be 1 Eastern, Virginia and Texas. Then we have 2 elimination games coming up. The first one will be at 4, so the loser of this game will play Connecticut in an elimination game. That'll be followed by North Carolina and the loser of Virginia, Texas. So 2 teams will have to play twice today.
And I have a feeling that late 7 p.m. game, this place is going to be packed for the host team, North Carolina. Every game has been packed that they've played, but especially weekend night, late game.
Yeah.
It's going to be the place to be.
Saturday night, as we've confirmed, it is Saturday.
I know, I said it again. Like, wait, what day is it again?
Top of the order, Avery Noggle. Her dad is the manager, Mark Noggle. Oh, excuse me, Olivia Smith has come up to bench hit. Those substitutions will sneak in there. Do you hear the crowd?
Oh, I hear him.
1 more strike. She got it. Well, week 3 of the Athletes Unlimited schedule continues with 2 games tonight. Team Chittister taking on Team McClinney at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific. Then Team Jaquish squaring off against Team Woolley-Pola at 8:30 Eastern, both on ESPNU and the app. Really cool that Athletes Unlimited is on our ESPN family of networks. It's different, too. If you haven't checked it out yet, they draft new teams every week. There's a point system for each player. You get points based on if you win, if you're the MVP, that kind of thing. So it's almost like a fantasy league.
Yeah, fantasy league format versus community softball teams,
Yeah.
as you would, or Major League Yankees or New York, Boston. So it's a little different feel, rooting for your superstars than maybe as opposed to your superstar team.
Maddie Primo just finds the grass, and she has her first hit of the World Series.
Look at this Maryland offense breaking through with the hitters that have not had a hit yet at the World Series, all coming through throughout the order. Gets a little bit jammed, but she still puts a good swing on this up and in pitch, and they have just wore out center field right in that area, driving the ball right back up the middle of the field. Love the celebration.
Runner going. Maddie looking for second. She's got it.
It was only a matter of time before a stolen base happened at this World Series, and we've seen it every single game. Runners in motion, catchers getting tested left and right.
I was going to say, that's the first one today, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Right past the glove of Manalo at first. Run coming around. Maryland makes it 2-0. Macy Rickards helping herself.
Rickards is going to take a pitch and just take it down the opposite field line, gets that front foot down early, barrels this up and just sneaks it right past the first baseman. Runner in scoring position, a really big hit. Second run of the game scored by Maryland. Rickards helping herself out.
They will intentionally walk Audrey Seneff again for the second time, so it's 2-on now for Kensley Rain.
Well, the thing about those stolen bases that we've seen is that they've always tended to pay off. So they put Primo in motion, got her to second base, and then boom, immediately that hit is able to score her. That has happened so many times this week.
PR 7.
Yeah, that's Gavin Roy Stewart, the third base coach, one of the assistants, talking to Kensley Rain. So Mark Noggle is still on the phone, making a sub. Twice a game, once in an inning, you can use a special pinch runner. I think that's what we're seeing happen now. Elle Preston steps in over to second base. She'll run for the pitcher, Macy Rickards. Blancha, the shortstop, underneath it. Maryland will leave 2 on, but they score a run, an RBI single by the pitcher, Macy Rickards.
As long as I can remember, I wanted to be shortstop for the...
The Little League Softball World Series is presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. I would imagine for a lot of these girls, that was their first photo shoot. The props really make it.
It's like a photo booth at a wedding or at an event. Everyone putting their little tassels on.
Yeah, that was some behind-the-scenes look at our, when you see the lineups, when we meet the team. That's where those photos came from. Courtney Lyle, Amanda Scarborough, Michelle Smith, Chris Budden with you. Game 1 of 4 today. Winner of this game will advance to Sunday. Loser will play again today at 4. They'll face Connecticut in an elimination game. Macy Rickards has been the story, ladies. Just doing work.
Yeah, and the insurance run, too, that she gave herself in that last half inning was huge. 3 outs away from winning this game, and stepped up in the bottom of the 5th inning, runner in scoring position, drove in a run, just makes it feel a little bit better at the top of the 6th.
You can tell she's just in control of the game. She's a boss.
Drop third strike, but they make the throw over to first to retire Paul Mary in the 9th spot.
This pitch is going to move back on the inside corner, and you can see the focus on Rickards' face. Screwball coming underneath, and a good job by Cheyenne behind the dish. She knows it gets past her. Immediately is going to go back and get that ball, make the throw down to first base to make sure she gets the out.
The last thing you need in the top of the 6th inning is a drop third strike to lead off the inning to the 9 hole. Turn over the order now.
I'm going to say this again very carefully. The Philippines have reached twice today. Both were walks. I'm not going to be that person. I don't want Macy's parents coming after me.
12 strikeouts.
Avery Noggle at short. Is it in time? It is.
Do you think Avery Noggle knows what's going on right now on the field? What a play that she makes deep in this hole. Twilly did everything she could to cut that ball off the third baseman, but Noggle had to make a long throw and a stretch by Senef over there at first base that made that out.
2 down. Audrey Matanrong has re-entered. Last chance for the Philippines.
Nice for whoever wins this game. Just get to go home and relax the rest of the day, prepare for tomorrow.
Do a little scouting, figure out game plan.
Sure, Macy will go pitch later today.
Yeah, apparently. 2-2 here. Strikeout number 13. It's a no-hitter for Macy Rickards.
Macy Rickards just on fire from the first pitch of the game, really working the corners, not afraid to challenge these hitters underneath the hands. A good screwball. She moves it up in the zone. She used her changeup, but just great location, very efficient. A no-hitter for Macy Rickards. Couple of walks, just outstanding defense behind her. Congratulations on the no-hitter.
The second no-hitter of the tournament, 13 strikeouts for Macy Rickards in this one. So this advances Maryland to tomorrow. We will see the Philippines play Connecticut in an elimination game at 4 Eastern today here on ESPN2. Here's how our bracket shapes up. Maryland is moving on. They are 3-0 now. We'll see them in the Purple Bracket Championship. A win tomorrow, and Maryland will play for the World Series Championship Monday night behind Macy Rickards. There was no question. She came in so composed and ready to rock in this game with those 13 Ks.
That's some clutch hitting too. Pahotal, the Philippines pitcher, is not easy. So for them to push across 2 runs was a big deal, especially with the way that Rickards was pitching today. It just needed one.
Well, impressive for Maryland. Every hit that they got today, besides the last hit of the game that Rickards got, was by athletes who had not had a hit yet in this tournament. So you talk about being clutch and coming up when they needed to get the hits and the runs. Maryland getting it done.
Awesome. And Macy is standing by with Chris.
Macy, no-hitter, 13 strikeouts on national television. What did today feel like for you?
It was really exciting. I was kind of nervous at first, but once I got out here, I was pretty excited.
You don't show any nerves out there in the circle. How do you do that?
I don't know.
What's been the coolest part of this whole experience?
Playing with my team and making the routine outs and everything.
And you get to play against girls of other countries. The team from Philippines gave you guys a pin. How neat's this been to make relationships with girls from all over the world?
It's really cool because I know that I met them.
Awesome. Congratulations. We'll see you out here tomorrow.
Thank you.
Macy Rickards, a no-hitter in the World Series. She keeps Maryland perfect and 13 strikeouts.
Well, she came out in the first inning and struck out this side. Didn't even look back from there. Established the strike zone early and just kept feeling good with momentum in the circle all game long.
Yeah, just so strong. She has struck out this side 7 times in this tournament, just working the corners. And you can see the excitement. She said she might have been a little nervous. I don't think so. I think she was just in her groove.
I think she looked pretty cool, calm, and collected out there. 39 strikeouts in the tournament total for Macy Rickards. Next time we will be back here on ESPN2 is at 1 Eastern. Our next game coming up, Texas and Virginia, another winner's bracket game. So stay with us. Come back at 1 Eastern, and we will have that game for you here on ESPN2 at the Little League Softball World Series. But it is Maryland advancing with a 2-0 win over the Philippines.